Is the narrow gate a journey of suffering? Luke 13 verse 24, as spoken by Jesus. Make every effort to enter through the narrow door because many, I tell you, will try to enter and will not be able to. What is the narrow gate here? Let's examine it clearly from a biblical perspective. We will discover that it differs from the meaning of the narrow gate we commonly understand. Many people, not understanding this clearly, endure all kinds of hardships in an attempt to enter through the narrow gate. Now, let's examine the teachings of Jewish teachers, Messianic Jews, scattered throughout the world, centered around Israel, who accepted Jesus as the Lord of their lives and received salvation. The narrow gate is the message Jesus proclaimed to the Israelites at that time, using the Old Testament. Let's examine how and on what basis the narrow gate is explained in the Old Testament. To summarize Genesis 28 verses 1 to 22, the word Yeshua appears frequently in this video. Yeshua is the name by which saved Jews refer to Jesus. Yeshua spoke of the straight gate leading to life, the narrow path, and the wide, spacious gate leading to destruction. There is a story about a ladder reaching to heaven that appears in Jacob's dream, recorded in Genesis 28. This dream so astonished Jacob that he later concluded he had had a divine encounter. Jacob had the dream while sleeping on a stone pillow in Bethel. The name Bethel means house of God. El means God, and Beth means house. Jewish scholars concluded that this very place was the gate of heaven. In Hebrew thought, the ladder to heaven was equated with the law of Elohim, another term for the tree of life. They summarized John 1 verses 1 and 14 and 51. Yeshua is the Word, the law of Elohim, made flesh. In other words, the law of Elohim is the Word, and this Word is Jesus Yeshua. Furthermore, Yeshua referred to himself as the ladder to heaven. From the perspective of Moses and Joshua, it depicts the law of Elohim, implicitly portraying it as a narrow path that should not be turned to the left or the right. Deuteronomy 5:32, 17:11, 17:20, 28:14, etc. warns, "Therefore, be careful to do everything the Lord your God has commanded you. Do not turn aside to the right or to the left." Joshua 1:7, 23:6. Only be strong and very courageous, so that you may be careful to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, so that you may be successful wherever you go. According to Proverbs, the way of wisdom, that is, the law, is likened to a narrow path that does not turn to the right or to the left. Proverbs 1 verse 26. 27. Make straight the paths for your feet, and make all your ways established. Do not turn to the right or to the left. Turn your foot away from evil. The term gate, or little gate, in Matthew 7 verse 13 refers to the means by which people entered the tabernacle or the temple of Elohim. Hebrew-based thinking can be found in Exodus 27 verse 14 and 16, Exodus 35 verse 17, Ezekiel 40 verses 3 and 6 and 13, etc. The tabernacle represented the path to redemption or salvation. Before actually entering the tabernacle, one encounters a red altar depicting the cross of Yeshua. The tabernacle and Yeshua. To enter the tabernacle, a passageway was painted a deep red. On the eve of Passover, before the Exodus, the blood of a lamb was applied to the doors of the Israelites' homes. This later symbolized Yeshua's death on the cross. After Yeshua's resurrection from the dead, the gospel of salvation was preached. The saved saints ate the blood and body of Yeshua daily in the Eucharist, a service that symbolizes a life of faith that experiences a new death every day. This Eucharist signified that the events of Jesus' death and resurrection are with us every day, making us alive. Those who are saved by Jesus' life will never die. From the day we are saved by Jesus' life, our lives continue forever. To learn more, continue in the next episode.